Okay, this one's a little different. And the reason why is if you look at this, there are two units that are related there. We have micrograms per cc. When you see the word per, that basically means you have a slash. It's showing a relationship. In other words, this is 250 micrograms per cc, and if you want to put a number there, it's really per 1 cc. So that shows the relationship. I'm going to make a change on this problem and add a decimal place there, and that means that number has 3 sig figs. It's going to make a better example that way. So when we do a conversion factor problem, we usually like to start with a number here that has just one number and one unit, but this does not have that. We don't have one number, one unit. We have, this is a conversion factor, it looks like. So in this case, what you'd want to do is kind of look at what your answer is supposed to be. And I see that this is mass over volume. And so I should try to start with a mass over a volume. And we can do that because our micrograms per cc is a volume. So I'll put this in here. Okay, and so we need to go from, we just look at one at a time. I'm going to start by looking at the micrograms. I'll put micrograms down here, and we need to get to grams. So for the top, we need grams. So I'm going to put grams here, and then I need to say, add the numbers so that this is a true statement. And this is where you need to know your metric conversion. Your metric prefixes. 1 microgram is 10 to the minus 6 grams. Okay, and so I'm going to put that here. When I write these, I always write times 10 to the minus 6, just because that's how I enter it in my calculator. So if I stopped there, my micrograms would cancel, and I would have an answer in grams per cc. Okay, so we're trying to get to liters, and some of you all, I mean, there's different ways I could go now. I might not show this step, but let's just show it. If I want to convert cc, I need to put it up here to get it to cancel. So on the, this is all multiplied, this is all multiplied, and they're all divided. Anything on the top will cancel with anything on the bottom. It doesn't matter that it's far away. So cc is the same thing as a milliliter. So I'm just showing that step. That's by definition, and you need to know that one. Okay, and once I'm to milliliters, then, oh, I know how to go to liters now. I'll put milliliters up here so it will cancel. I'll put liters there, and I know this one for sure. There are 1,000 milliliters in a liter. And by the way, if you would tend to write this a different way, like if you would write 1 milliliter and 10 to the minus 3 liters here, that is also true, and you'll get the same answer. So don't worry about if you do it that way. I just tend to use the 1,000 because I'm so familiar with that one. Now on this one, my calculator gives me this. But let's look at our sig figs. We have, in our given, we have 3 here. These are exact by definition, so I should have 3 in my answer. And then I look at this, and it only has 2 because leading zeros never count. So if I have a decimal place shown and I add zeros to the end, that 0 that's added, I'm going to add 1, is significant. So that gives me my my concentration with 3 sig figs.